So hi friends, welcome to TP channel. In this video we will see IBPS RRB PO Mains 2020 memory based paper. So already we will see part 2 in this particular video. So here we are going to discuss 7 arithmetic questions which they have asked last year in IBPS RRB PO Mains level examination. So we will start one by one. First one. When Rajiv's sister was born, then age of his father was 28 years and age of his mother was 26 years. When Rajiv was born, his sister was 5 years old. What will be the sum of the age of mother and father when Rajiv will become 15 years old? Okay. So who are all there in picture? Rajiv's sister was there. Then father is there, then mother is there, and then Rajiv itself is there. Right? This is a mains level question. We will solve in a very proper manner. So when Rajiv's sister was born, that means if Rajiv's sister is X years, age of his father was 28 years. That means it should be plus 28. So father will be X plus 28. And age of his mother was 26 years. That means X plus 26. And when Rajiv was born, his sister was 5 years old. That means Rajiv will be 5 years young. X minus 5. Right? Now what they are asking? What will be the sum of the age of mother and father when Rajiv will become 15 years old? Now Rajiv is X minus 15. If you add 15 here, it will become X minus 15 plus 15, which is X minus 10. But Rajiv gap should be 15 years. For that we have to add 20. Then only it will be X plus 15. Right? 15 years old. Now Rajiv is born only. Right? So here also we have to add 20. Here also we have to add 20. Everywhere we have to add 20. Because not only Rajiv we have to add it every person, right? So what they are asking, what will the sum of the ages of father and mother? These two they are asking. So age is how much? This is 48 and this is how much? So 48 plus 46, what is the answer? 94 years, which is nothing but fourth option. Clear? Now we'll see second question. The ratio of the speed of train A to train B is 7:10. Train A crosses an electric pole in 8 seconds. Another train C, which is 540 meter long, can cross a pole in 12 seconds, and speed of train C is half of the speed of train B. If the length of the train B is 144 meter less than the length of train A, find the length of train B. Right? Conceptual question. Mains level question is always conceptual question. So the ratio of speed of train A to train B is 7:10. So speed of train A, I am saying it as 7x. Speed of train B is nothing but 10x. Train A crosses an electric pole in 8 seconds. Whenever any train is crossing a pole, what is the distance covered by the train? Length of the train itself. So what is length of train A? Speed of train A 7x into time to cross pole 8, which is 56x. Right? And another train C, which is 540 meter long, can cross a pole in 12 seconds. So length of same train C is nothing but speed of train C into time. Right? And length of train C is 40 meter long. Okay, so from this we can calculate speed of train C. Right? Length of train C is 540. And what is the time? 12. So 12 4s are 48, 12 5s are. Right? Slowly I am solving. So speed of train C is 45 meter per second. And speed of train C is half of the speed of train B. That is, what is the meaning of speed of train B? It is nothing but how much? 90 meter per second. Right? So speed, so we can calculate here. So this will be how much? 900. Okay. Another one thing, speed of train B is nothing but 10x, right? So that means 10x is nothing but 90. So x is equal to how much? 9. Right? Now substitute everywhere. This is how much? 63. This is 90. And what about this one? 56. So 56 into 9. How much? 560 minus 54. 504. This is length of train A. And length of train B is 144 meter less than the length of train A. So 504 minus 144. 360 meter. What they are asking? Length of train B 360 meter, which is nothing but third option. Clear? So slowly I am solving this question. It's a mains level question, conceptual based question. Now we'll see next question. Three pipes A, B, C can fill a tank in 16 hours. After working together for 4 hours, pipe B is closed and the remaining part is filled by pipe A and C in 18 hours. If the efficiency of the pipe B is 1.5 times of the efficiency of pipe C, then in how much time can pipe A fill the tank alone? Pipe and system question which is related with time and work. So three pipes A, B, C. So A plus B plus C can fill a tank in 16 hours. Okay, but what they are doing? They are working together for 4 hours. So in 4 hours, how much they will fill? They will fill how much part? 1/4 part only. So remaining is how much? 1 minus 1/4, which is 3/4. This 3/4 what happened? After working for 4 hours, pipe B is closed. So remaining part is filled by A and C in 18 hours. So how much A and C will fill? 4/3 part in 18 hours. This is 24. So now we can take this one. So A plus B plus C is 16 and A plus C is nothing but 24. This is the time. LCM 48, efficiency 3, efficiency is 2. Then they are saying that if the efficiency of pipe B is 1.5 times of the efficiency of pipe C, B and C, right? B and C I am writing here. B and C. Efficiency of pipe B is 1.5 times. What is 1.5 times fraction value? 3/2. If this is 2, this is 3. This is efficiency. But when you see here, A plus B plus C combined efficiency is 3. A and C efficiency is 2. So what is B efficiency? 1. But what about B efficiency here? 3. Multiply this one by 3. If you multiply this one by 3, here also we have to multiply by 3. Here also we have to multiply by 3. Here also we have to multiply by 3. This is 9, this is 6 and total work is 144. Right? Now what they are asking, in how much time pipe A alone can fill? Pipe A. A plus C efficiency is 6. A efficiency will be A plus C efficiency is 6. C efficiency is 2. What is A efficiency? 4. And work is how much? 144. That means 144 by 4, which is 36 hours is my answer. Right? It's a very good question, conceptual based question. I hope you have understood the concept. Clear? Now we'll see question number 4. A container contains 8 liters of juice. If 60 liters of juice is taken out and 40 liters of water is added in the container, the ratio of juice to water becomes 5:1. Another container contains A plus B liters of juice, and if 50 liters of water is added in that container, the ratio of juice to water becomes 6:1. Find the value of B. Two containers are there, A and B. In A and B both are having juice and water. If 60 liters of juice is taken out, so from A liter they have removed 60 liter and 40 liters of water is added. So ratio of juice to water will become 5/1, cross multiplication. So A minus 60 is equal to 200. A will be how much? 260. Right? Now second container is there where A plus B liter of juice is there. A is how much? 260 plus B. And if 50 liters of water is added, the ratio will become 6/1. Again do cross multiplication. 260 plus B is equal to 300. So B will be how much? 300 minus 260. 40. What they are asking? Find the value of B. 40 is the correct answer. Clear? Next question. Shalini invested rupees X in a scheme which offers 12% per annum compound interest and she received total interest of rupees 3,816 after 2 years. If Ankur invested rupees X plus 5,000 in another scheme which offers 18% per annum simple interest, what will be the interest on that investment after 3 years? It's a mix up of CI and SI. So Shalini invested rupees X in a scheme which offers 12% per annum for 2 years. Successive percentage change. It is nothing but 12 plus 12 plus 12 into 12 divided by 100. 24 plus, so this is 25.44%. This is CI and how much they have given you? 3816. So 25.44 part is nothing but 3816. Principal, that is, we need to calculate the value of principal in compound interest. That means 100 part. So this is nothing but how much? 3816 into 100 divided by 25.44. If you remove 0, add 20 here. Right? Cancel this number. If you add 25 to 1s are 25, 131, 5s are 125, 0. 15,000 is the value of X. Right? This is for compound interest. Now there is another person called Ankur. He invested X plus 5,000 and he is following simple interest. X is 15,000. X plus 5,000 is nothing but how much? 20,000. And SI they are asking 18% for 3 years. So 54%. 0, 0 is cancelled. 00, 8, 10. 10,800 is the answer, which is nothing but first option. Clear? Next one. So now we'll see question number 6. The speed of a boat in still water is 250% more than the speed of a stream. A boat covers d km in downstream and d plus 24 km in upstream in 12 hours. If the sum of the speed of boat in downstream and upstream is 84 km per hour, find the time taken by the boat to cover d minus 51 km in upstream. Right? So this is very good question. So speed of boat in still water is 250% more than speed of a stream. 250% more means something but 100 plus 250 which is 350. So X is to Y. If stream is 100, this is 350. 5 2s are 5 7. 7 is to 9 is the ratio of still water and stream. A boat covers d km in downstream and d plus 24 km in upstream in 12 hours. Okay. If the speed of boat in downstream and upstream, this is the key point. Speed of a boat in downstream is x plus y 9 and upstream is x plus y is 5. 9 plus 5 14. 14 part is how much? 84. So one part is nothing but 6. So this will be 42 and this will be 12. Right? These questions are conceptual question. Now we will come to the second line. A boat covers d km downstream. D divided by downstream 52 plus 12 54 and d plus 24 km in upstream. X minus y 30 in how much hours? 12 hours. LCM of 54 and 30 is 270. So this is 5d. This is nothing but 9d plus 216 is equal to 12 into 270. Right? This is 14d plus 216 is equal to, this is 0. 54 into 6 is nothing but 324. Right, subtract this number, 324 0 and 216. This is 4, 3 minus 1 2 0, 3024. So 14D is nothing but 3024. So D is equal to 14 2s are 28, 22 14 1s are 14, 14 6 are. D is equal to 216. Now what they are asking? Find the time taken by boat to cover D minus 51 km upstream. Subtract 51. Right? 216 minus 51 is 165. 165 time they are asking. Upstream, x minus 5. 42 minus 12, 30. 15 2s are, 15 11s are, 11 by 2, what is the answer? 5.5 hours. Fourth option is the correct answer. Clear? Good questions we are solving. We are all solving mains level last year questions, right? So concept is very important. Now we'll see next one. The ratio of the mark price of two rings A to B is 4:7. The shopkeeper gives two successive discount of 16% and 10% on ring A and two successive discount of 20% and D% on ring B. If the ratio of the selling price of ring A to ring B is 9:16, find the value of D. Fully based upon concept. And that simple formula which everyone knows in profit and loss is nothing but, what is that formula? Selling price is equal to mark price into 100 minus discount percentage divided by 100. Right? Selling price ratio they have given you of two rings A and B, 9:16. That means 9 by 16 is equal to mark price 4. For the first case, ring A, discount of 16%, so remaining is 84%. 84 into 10%, remaining is 90. Percent will be cancelled, right? Second, ring B, 20%, and mark price is how much? 7. 7 into 20% discount is given, remaining is 80. D% discount is given, remaining is 100 minus D. Right? 16 5s are, 5 18s are, 9 2s are, 7 12s are, 48 into 96. 96 is equal to 100 minus D. So D is equal to 100 minus 96, which is 4%. Right? So all 7 questions we have solved, and you can see the level of questions. This is purely based upon last year IBPS RRB PO mains level questions which we have solved here. So in my next video also we will see one set of DI and 2 to 3 arithmetic questions. So prepare well, all the best. Do subscribe TP Chennai YouTube channel for further updates and videos, and do comment about this video in the comment section. Thanks a lot.